Good evening, everyone. Would you please stand for the invocation and remain standing for the pledge and the national anthem. This evening, we feel blessed to be in this place for this purpose. We feel blessed that we have had so much support in reaching this milestone in our lives. And we feel blessed that we can claim success for this phase of our education. And now, we ask for continued guidance in making decisions and choices. We ask for wisdom as we move forward to advance our educational and career goals. We ask for faith and strength to sustain us and the courage to believe in ourselves as you believe in us. We seek love and protection for each other, our families, and our friends. While we ask daily, we also give thanks daily, for we know that all that we are, all that we have, and all that we do is because we are so powerfully loved and cared for. And so tonight, it is just that we want to say thank you for the blessings and keep us close as we continue to grow as your children. Amen. Would everyone direct their attention to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Festival singers?
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Everyone, you may be seated. Mrs. McCann, members of the school board, Mrs. Quiet, Mr. Moore, Mrs. Sims, faculty and staff, family and friends, we are elated that you have joined us for this great moment in our lives. As we prepare to say farewell to our beloved Baton Rouge Magnet High School. For us, it is a bittersweet moment. We are joyous for this day has finally arrived, yet we feel sadness for we are headed in many different directions, following many dreams. It has been a great 4-year journey, but as we know all too well, all good things must come to an end. My fellow graduates of 2014 are excited that you are here, and we want to thank you for your continuous support over the last 4 years. Without your shoulders to lean on, much that we have gained might have been unattainable. We, the class of 2014, deem your presence here tonight an honor, for once again, you are showing us your unwavering support. Again, thank you for your presence, and enjoy this evening with us and for us. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Nanette McCann, and I am the principal of Baton Rouge Magna High School. First, I'd like to introduce, seated on the stage, as I introduce you, please stand. I have to say my favorite board member, because he's our board member at Baton Rouge High, Craig Freeman. Jill Dyson. Barbara Freiberg. Tarvold Smith. Also, we are very pleased to have Mr. Michael Hagan, who's the Deputy Superintendent for Innovation and Reform, with us, and Andrea Okonski, who's Executive Director for School Leadership. As the principal, I'm very fortunate to have very strong assistant principals. I'd like to introduce them. Tiffany Quiet, Lewis Moore, Sharon Sims, and of course, I'd like to introduce the Senior Guidance Counselor, Joellen Meeks. I'd like to welcome you to a very special evening with the graduating class of 2014, an important and exciting time for students, families, and friends. To maintain the dignity of this graduation ceremony, I'm requesting that you refrain from using air horns during this part of the ceremony. Tonight you will meet a lot of great students, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about them. Tonight symbolizes the culmination of a rigorous academic experience for our students. So I thank you for honoring my request. This has been another incredible year for Baton Rouge High. First, I want to recognize the very best teachers in the state and the nation. Would you please stand? Of course, this is not all of our faculty. The men, you see a couple of men in there, but all of our other men are doing security and doing duty, so that's about a third of us. So I want to tell you, this is the best faculty in this nation. Also, I want to congratulate our Teacher of the Year. If you'll please stand, Leah Smith. Also, I want to congratulate the East Baton Rouge Parish Counselor of the Year, Susie Soul. Would you please stand? Laurie Font has been named the Magnet Schools of America Regional Teacher of the Year. She leaves tomorrow for Connecticut and will return as the National Teacher of the Year. Betty Brackens and Leola Mitchell, would you please stand? These are our librarians, and we were awarded the James O. Modizette Award for the #1 library in the state of Louisiana, so I want to congratulate you for that. Of course, I want to thank Mr. Campo and Mr. Frazier for bringing our great band and orchestra members tonight. You did a great job. And the person that you don't see who put all of this together, or a lot of it, is our Executive Secretary, Peggy Leday, and she goes beyond the call of duty, and she did a great job as always. And I have to introduce two more people, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for this, but that's okay. Miss Meeks, I want to tell you that Miss Meeks is retiring this year. And we want to say that Miss Meeks, this is her second time to retire, so she'll probably be back. It's okay. I'm joking. I know you won't be back. Ms. Meeks, I want to thank you for your dedication to the students of Baton Rouge High. And I want to also, Melva Brown, would you please stand? Please. Melva Brown is retiring this year. And Melva makes everybody shine. She's always made me shine. So thank you, Ms. Brown. Now, back to the seniors. The seniors of 2014 have played a very large part in the success of Baton Rouge High through their leadership, talent, and academic excellence by continuing our traditions in what we call the Baton Rouge High experience. Tonight, you'll see students who are National Merit Achievement finalists, medalists of district and state rally winners, National Latin Test awardees, Mu Alpha Theta State Sweepstakes members, State and National Science Bowl finalists. And if you don't know this, you need to know that we went to Washington, D.C. and competed. Our Science Bowl competed with 68 other teams, and we were 4th in the nation. Now, what does that tell you? Tomorrow, our Science Olympiad team will be leaving to Orlando for the National Science Olympiad Bowl competition, and I know for a fact that we are going to outperform every school that's there. We have 8 Presidential Scholar candidates, and we have a Presidential Scholar semifinalist, and we have 55 clubs and organizations. The leaders are sitting right here, amazing athletes and recognized visual and performing artists. So right here before you, you have just an excellent group of young men and women. This year, they took 900 advanced placement tests. And during their 4 years at Baton Rouge High, we've been awarded the Magnet Schools of America School of Distinction, the best schools in the nation by U.S. News Report, and also Newsweek, best schools for Newsweek. This class is a true example of what a Baton Rouge High experience means. I want to thank you. I want to thank you parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, because you have made the difference for these graduates. You put their education first and help them make the right decisions. I want to thank you. Students, I want to thank you for making Baton Rouge High very proud.
Would everyone get quiet, please? Good evening. Congratulations to the class of 2014. You guys look great. It is my privilege, now that I've seen you, I have to read. It is my honor and my privilege to present the following special awards. These students will be honored for their extraordinary academic achievements. This award is based on a rigorous college curriculum consisting of the following criteria: an ACT of 30, a GPA of 3.5, an ACT of 29, a GPA of 3.6, an ACT of 28, a GPA of 3.7. And this is with no semester grade below a B on their high school transcript. We are honored tonight to give special certificates to 34 seniors. Seniors, please come on stage. Ms. McCann will be giving the certificate with some help. Daniel Enton. Aisha Badat. Sanjay Banda. Edward Kai. Lauren Crawford. Lydia Finley. Madison Fry. Sydney Gordon. Stay on stage. Stay on stage. Daniel, would you come back on stage, please? Sydney Hall. Eric Hahn. Sky Hart. Michael Hughes. Phoenix Wong. Emmeline Kaiser. Lisa Cam. Sahar Khan. Jane Letford. Karen Lau. Frank Liu. Madeline Morva. Anna Nestorova. Justin Trong. Samantha Rhodes. Sierra Runnels. Nicole Scalise. Move down so they can take pictures. No, keep going. Double up, double up. We'll work it out. There you go. Christian. Roman Spicer. Leslie St. Pierre. Jenny Wong. Lee Wong. Stephanie Wong. Jerry Lee Yee. Jeffrey Liu, Yu. Sorry, guys. Chu Shi, Jenny Zhang. Keep coming down, keep coming down. Come on down this way. And come down this way. Chris, come on down. Down, Roman. The three Wongs. Want to hold them up? Turn around, hold them up. Oh yeah, they're gonna be so mad at me. I'm sorry. I'm going to get out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, 2013-14 Baton Rouge Magnet High High Scholars. Thank you. We started something new at Baton Rouge High. Ms. McCann started it. It used to be only juniors took PSAT. Now everybody takes PSAT. And it's really paid off for us because freshmen get ready to take it as sophomores and then juniors. And so we always have an impressive list of national achievement, national merit, and commended students. First of all, I'd like to recognize the national achievement. This is an academic competition established to honor Black Americans, high school students. Only 1,600 students qualify as semifinalists from a pool of more than 130,000 high school juniors. Approximately 1,300 semifinalists reach the level of finalists. They're selected on the basis of their PSAT, their SAT, their application process, and a letter of recommendations and contributions to school and community. Our two national achievement semifinalists are Ibrahim Ableton, please stand, and Lindsay Tillery. And y'all stay standing. Lindsay moved on to the finalist stage, so congratulations, Lindsay. Stay standing. Now, the National Merit Scholarship Program, this is an academic competition to honor outstanding academic achievement from all students. More than 1.4 million juniors enter the National Merit Program by taking the PSAT. From this group, approximately 16,000 semifinalists are selected. This represents less than 1% of the U.S. high school seniors. Students advance to finalist standing based on their SAT scores, their PSAT scores, of course, an essay, participation in leadership in school and the community. Our semifinalist for National Merit was Quentin Cavell. Please stand. Our finalist was Sanjay Banda, Edward Kai, Lydia Finley, Eric Hahn, Sky Hart, Michael Hughes, Emmeline Kaiser, Lisa Cam, Susan Liu, Frank Liu, Sierra Runnels, Chris Chen, Kiat Trong, Jenny Wong, Jenny Zhang. We also have commended students. Our commended students were Daniel Anton. These are commended both in achievement and merit. DeShante Ben, Latanya Beverly, Lauren Crawford, Andy Ding, Tiara Jones, Sahar Khan, Anna Nestorova, Kimber Lynn Story, and Michael Vangello. Ladies and gentlemen, National Merit, National Achievement, commended students. Y'all want to stay standing? Okay, y'all can sit down. Congratulations, young people. Now we're moving on to AP. We are very honored this year because we have a state AP scholar and one male, one female student in the U.S. state ranked first by the greatest number of exams with a 3 or higher, and then by a highest average of all AP exams taken. Sierra Runnels, I think it's at 11. Please stand. Stay standing. We also have a national AP scholar, and a national AP scholar is one who grades 4 or better or 8 or more AP exams with an average of a 4 on all of the AP exams. Must be a student in the United States, which he is, Edward Kai. Edward Kai. He's a national AP scholar. Then we have a group of young people that are AP scholars with distinction. And what that means is that they have grades of 3 or better on 5 or more AP exams, and they have an average of a 3.5 on all AP exams that are taken. Our AP scholars are Aisha Badat, Lydia Finley, Sky Hart, Lisa Cam, Sahar Khan, Susan Liu, Frank Liu, Anna Nestorova, Chris Chen, Kimberlyn Story, and Michael Vangelia. I think that's right. All right, and the next one is the AP Scholar with Honors. And these young people, they had grades of 3 or better on 4 or more AP exams and an average of a 3.25 on all of their AP exams. Sanjay Banda, Andy Ding, Phoenix Wong, Emmeline Kaiser, Kiat Trong, and Scott Wu. Our AP scholars are grades 3 or better on 3 or more of the exams. Lauren Crawford, Emil Fonseca, Eric Hahn, Karen Lau, Hong Wan Liu, Cindy Nguyen, Molly Robinson. Now it's Michael Vangela. Stephanie Wong, Kyle Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, your AP scholars, state, national, distinction, honors, and scholar. Yes. Have a seat. You guys can smile. The United States Presidential Scholars Program. This program was established in 1964 to recognize some of the nation's most distinguished graduating seniors for their accomplishments in many areas: academic success, leadership, and service to school and community. From nearly 2.8 million graduating seniors, approximately 2,700 students are identified as candidates in the program. Only 550 students are selected as semifinalists, and up to 141 students are elected as presidential scholars. Our scholars are Edward Kai, Sky Hart, Sahar Khan, please stand, Susan Liu, Sierra Reynolds, Lee Wong, Jenny Wang. Jenny Wong. I think Jenny needs to be recognized as a semifinalist because that's quite a distinction. Jenny Wong was a semifinalist. You know, if you look out at these young people, they all have on different chords. Oh, y'all can sit down, thank you. Okay, they all have on different chords, and I want to talk about the chords a little bit. At one time, Baton Rouge High only wore gold and green, and then we expanded it because we realized how much you contribute to the school in other areas. So gold chords are the academic chords, 3.5 or better. The green chords are the performance chords nominated by a teacher of visual or performing arts. Tonight we have the Beta Club that has black and gold chords. These seniors wearing these chords volunteer a minimum of 50 hours. DECA, which used to be called Future Business Leaders of America, 2 years are the gold chords and 1 year is the blue chord. And these young people have 10 hours of community service to a charitable organization or school, and they have to attend several of the competitions. The Interact Club, which is affiliated with the Rotary Club International. These young people will be wearing maroon cords, and these young people also contribute a great deal to community and school service. Our Key Club will be wearing royal blue. Students wearing this cord may participate in a variety of community service, such as Boo at the Zoo, an after-school program at Doof Rock where they do a lot of tutoring with the younger ones, and the food bank and the St. Vincent de Paul Soup Kitchen. Mu Alpha Theta, which is our math club, they'll be wearing light blue and gold. These students wearing this cord have contributed or have been involved in the club 80% of the time in the club activities, and they have been in a math course 4 years, which all of our students pretty much do. National Honor Society, they have the blue, the royal blue, and the gold. These students wearing this cord must maintain a minimum of a 3.5 volunteer, at least 40 hours of service to the community and school, and demonstrate good character. The Spanish Club, which are young people who work in the Latino communities, and they also participate in convention. The Junior Classical League is the club that they have a lot of qualifications, so these people are definitely honored. You have to be an officer, 3 to 4 years of Latin, a member of the JCL for 3 or 4 years, attended at least one state convention, earned an award at one state convention, maintain an A average in the Latin course, they're members in good standing, and they exemplify good citizenship. The French Club is pretty much the same thing, but they're going to be wearing red, white, and blue like the French flag. So they must have been a member of the Baton Rouge High French Club for at least 3 years, must have been an officer in the French Club, must have attended the state convention, and must have represented Baton Rouge Magnet High in the community with good citizenship. Let's give them all applause. You know, I've been at Baton Rouge High since 1991. I took a 2-year break. And one of the things that's always impressed me about you young people is your strong sense of community through your clubs, and also just because you decide you have ways of making things better. Let's give them another applause. They're a wonderful group of young people. This has been an excellent year. Like Ms. McCann said, at Baton Rouge High, we've won honors across the board. And it has been an honor to work with you young people as you complete your high school career and also make preparations for that transition to the next one. I want to congratulate all of your students for all of your achievement in all areas. And I want to thank the parents, the guardians, all of the teachers, the staff, and the supporters who encourage these students to excel, because they couldn't do it alone. I know that we will, as a school, we will continue to hear good things about all of you. Thank you.
Good evening, graduates, parents, faculty, family, and friends. It is with pleasure this evening that I'm here to introduce our 2 salutatorians for the 2014 Baton Rouge Magnet High School graduating class. First of all, I would like to introduce to you Edward Kai, a determined, disciplined, dedicated, and ambitious young man who, as a young boy in elementary school, dreamed of becoming an engineer. He developed a strong interest in computers and gained a keen enthusiasm for electronics through programming and experimenting with circuits. Believing that he has the ability to accomplish whatever goals he sets, he sought to involve himself in subjects, activities, and organizations that would serve to enrich his interest in electronics and engineering. Edward has proved to be a well-rounded student while at Baton Rouge Magnet High School. He was a National Advanced Placement Scholar, a National Merit semifinalist, 2013 Soccer Team Defensive MVP, 2012 All-District Soccer Team, 2012 and 2014 First Place State Science Olympiad, Third Place Best Robotics in the state, 2011 and 13 finalists in the LSA Soccer State Cup, 2013 the Louisiana High School Athletic Association Academic All-Star, the Vice President of the National Honor Society, the Captain of the Science Olympiad, the Captain of the BRSC Club Soccer, the Co-President of the Economics Club, Treasurer of the STEM Club, member of the National Honor Society, and a member of Mu Alpha Theta. Edward is graduating this evening with a GPA of 4.821, an ACT score of 36, an SAT score of 2360, an SAT-2 score of 800 in math and chemistry, respectively. He received the highest possible score of 5 in all of his advanced placement courses that include microeconomics, macroeconomics, U.S. history, calculus AB, calculus BC, English language and composition, computer science A, and chemistry. Parental involvement and support has been an important factor in Edward's success. On this evening, we would like to recognize Edward's parents, Holly Zhang and Steve Kai. Would you please stand at this time? With all of Edward's involvements in academics, you would think he doesn't have time for anything else, but he does. He still finds time for leisure. He enjoys playing the piano, computer programming, and Braille. Edward will be attending Carnegie Mellon University this fall, where he will pursue a degree in computer science. Optimistic, focused, and determined, I present to you one of our salutatorians for this evening, Edward Kai.
Hey everyone. Friends, family, teachers, faculty, seniors, Scott Wu. I was told last week I needed to write a speech for graduation, and unfortunately I'm not allowed to do this assignment for late credit, so I eventually wrote it. I kept Miss Feinberg's words in mind. She told our class, "Y'all, make your speeches good." Well, I'm very sorry to tell you all that I have a history of disappointing Miss Feinberg. But it shouldn't be difficult to inspire such an inspirational class or recount great memories when there are thousands to choose from. Can you believe it? We're graduating. We've grown up. Our parents will no longer care if we threaten to run away. We'll no longer have to raise our hands in order to use the bathroom, and nobody can stop us from wearing sweatpants now. It seems like it was only 4 years ago when we entered Baton Rouge High. We were all so little, people back then mistook me for a lost middle schooler instead of mistaking me for a sophomore. And since then, we grew, built friendships, loved to learn. I, for one, learned to love. Among other things, I learned to love our class and our time here, for we are truly a unique class. We worked, danced, studied our butts off, and jigged our way to the top. For junior, senior takeover day, the only thing we destroyed was pizza. Thank you, Mayor Johnson. And my experiences here only scratch the surface of our class as a whole, because our class is so incredibly diverse and talented. We have Roman getting signed to play college soccer, Infinity, who blew us all away at the dance recital, the festival singers who have the ability to transform into Pharrell Williams, Brittany, who will win Nobel Prizes in literature, Micaiah, who will be setting all kinds of records at LSU, and Kiera, who made sure everybody knew who was the boss, and everyone else graduating today. I'm truly humbled to be sharing this day with you. You're all unique. You are all kind and beautiful people. Some of us are extremely beautiful people. Johann Shirachi. Our class is filled with strong individuals, so never lose track of that individuality. Follow your own path unless you're in a single file line. Follow your dreams, provided that those dreams are parent approved and will provide a financially stable future. Don't change yourself for other people. Make sure you like yourself, and then you can worry about the other people. This way, when we face our future, we do it as us, the same special and amazing people graduating today. And our future won't be easy. Things won't always go our way, and sometimes we'll even have to sit and listen to 5 speeches at a graduation. But if anybody can do it, it's our great class full of amazing people. Together, we are more than a Facebook group that needs to be deleted soon. We are a force to be reckoned with. So never lose sight of what makes you special. Don't get distracted by the haters, because you are you, we are who we are, and I'm Edward Kai, and we're the class of 2014. I'd like to end with some thank yous. First, I would like to thank the administration, Ms. Meeks, Mr. Cam, Ms. Quiet, Ms. Day, Ms. Johnson, Ms. Meeks, Mr. Moore, Ms. Sims, Ms. Whitley, Ms. Blankenship, Dr. Sisters, Ms. Sowell, and last but not least, Ms. Meeks. They've done a great job making sure we didn't screw up too much. But unfortunately, the administration will be a little bit less magical next year because Ms. Meeks will be sadly moving on to a new chapter in her life. So I'd like to give her some special recognition because nobody in her class would feel the success they do if she were not our senior guidance counselor. And as our counselor, she was responsible for all 300 plus of us and did an amazing job. If I were responsible for even one high schooler, I'd be fired immediately. So thank you a lot, Ms. Meeks. Next, I would like to thank all of the parents here for your hard work. Class of 14, make sure to show your appreciation to your parents sometime tonight, especially if you forgot to get a Mother's Day present. And on that note, thank you, Mom and Dad, especially Mom. I'll do better next year. I would also like to give special thanks to anybody who has ever sat next to me in a class for being my source of school supplies, Mr. Henry for being my source of happiness every time I went into the cafeteria, the Baton Rouge High staircases for being my only source of exercise for much of the year, and Senior Project for not existing this year. Thank you, class of 2014. I love you all, and I've had a fantastic time with you all at Baton Rouge Magnet High School, where the legacy of excellence continues.
During his time at Baton Rouge Magnet High School, he has been involved in the Beta Club, the STEM Club, Mu Alpha Theta, the National Honor Society, the Young Democrats, and the French Club. He has held leadership positions in Mu Alpha Theta. He was president of the Baton Rouge Magnet High School National Honor Society, and he is a leader of the Awana Club at his church, the Chinese Christian Church of Baton Rouge. Frank is also graduating with a GPA of 4.8214. He has an SAT score of 2230 and SAT 2 scores in mathematics level 2 of 770 and chemistry 750. He scored 4s on his AP exam in Calculus AB, Human Geography, Chemistry, and Environmental Science, and he scored 5 on the Statistics, United States History, and English Language and Composition. He has received numerous awards, including the 2011, 2012, and 2013 Top Scholars Award, where he ranked number 1. The 2011 School Regional and State Science Fair winner, the 2011 and 2012 Mu Alpha Theta Ciphering State winner. He was the 2011, 2012, and 13 Literary Rally winner, the 2013 and 2014 Science Olympiad Regional and State winner. Frank is very involved in the community. He has been a volunteer at his church for the past 12 years, and he has also volunteered at the Southside Community Home, where he has served for the past 3 years. Additionally, he has served our school and community through volunteerism opportunities sponsored by the Baton Rouge Magnet High School Beta Club and the National Honor Society. In his spare time, he enjoys ping pong, piano, and art. On this evening, we would also like to salute Frank's parents. Will Ms. Lou Fay and Mr. J. Kai Lu please stand? Frank will attend Vanderbilt University and major in biochemistry or chemical engineering. Eventually, he wants to apply biochemistry to the medical field and help treat those with infectious diseases. It is my pleasure to present to you our second salutatorian, Frank Liu.
Good evening, class of 2014. We're finally graduating. Yay. High school has definitely been an adventure with ups and downs, and I'm truly astonished at how far each of us has gotten. And I know this statement sounds really cliche, but I think it's true. And mistakes have definitely been made along the way, such as watching movies at 2 in the morning, doing the calorie in lab the night before it was due, or even just eating bread, cheese, and water whenever we were on that Middle Ages period in class. But I think all of these mistakes have contributed to the whole high school experience, and through it all, we were able to mature through the process of making these mistakes. And for me personally, my favorite high school experience is definitely our class as a whole. I may be extremely biased, but I really do believe that our grade is one of the nicest and most united groups of people that the school has ever had. And looking back on this, I'm reminded of when my parents used to tell me to make connections and friendships in life, and I used to laugh it off. And they used to make analogies such as, a single rope is weak, but a bundle of ropes is strong, or it's hard to lift a boulder by yourself, but it's easy with friends. And I think with our grade is a really good example of this, and I'm seeing everyone always willing to lend a helping hand to others in studying, organizing events, and just spreading news around. I think we were able to really appreciate our time here without feeling too stressed out. And in the future, we may be tempted to not help out as much. And I think a really good quote that fits this is from Three Kingdoms, this Chinese book. And the main villain or character says, 宁愿我负天下人，不愿天下人负我. And what this literally translates to is I would rather betray the world than let the world betray me. But I think we should never live by this mentality, because I think as humans, we're very sociable creatures, and in order to get through life, we need to really lend a helping hand. And to conclude this speech, I want to give a few thanks. I want to give thanks to Ms. McCann and the other faculty members for maintaining such a great learning environment, as well as Ms. Meeks and Ms. Brown for helping all of us with colleges and future endeavors. And a big shout out as well to my family, mom, dad, and definitely God for helping me get through these last 4 years of high school. And so I just ask everyone to be thankful for their support along the way and never take anything for granted. And I hope everyone has a good summer. Yeah.
We're almost there, I promise. I extend warm greetings to everyone in attendance this evening. Board members, Mr. Hagan, Ms. Okonski, faculty, parents, family members, visitors, and the senior class of 2014. This is a most memorable graduation ceremony because tonight I have the honor of introducing 3 valedictorians with a 4.8367 GPA and a daughter graduating from the 2014 Baton Rouge Magnet High School graduating class. Our first valedictorian is Lisa Cam. Lisa has excelled academically as a leader and a volunteer. Again, finishing with a GPA of 4.8367. She also scored perfect on the SAT 2 and Math 2 and Chemistry. She was the president of JCL, school secretary for the National Honor Society, state president for Mu Alpha Theta in 2012-13. Lisa has over 300 hours in the LA Sigma REU at Our Lady of the Lakes Summer Ambassador Program. Lisa stated, I am a completely normal 17-year-old who likes rock climbing, sleeping, origami, and froyo. I'll Google that later, Lisa. Her pet peeves include losing her ID, untied shoelaces, and blunt number 2 pencils. She has a shy but somewhat sarcastic personality and loves reading SparkNotes and Wikipedia too much for her own good. At this time, we would like to personally congratulate her parents. Please stand at this time, Song Cam and Joan Cam. Lisa is going to University of Southern California, debt-free, with a full tuition, trustee scholarship, and an additional renewable scholarship of $4,000, a university merit scholarship, that is. She plans to become a brain surgeon with a biochemistry major and a concentration in neuroscience. At this time, I present to you Lisa Cam.
Congratulations, class of 2014. I tend to be very serious, but today I'm in the mood for some spice. After enduring 4 torturous years of research papers, AR, and plan, we deserve the right to party. Except we already did when senior project was canceled. A note before I begin my speech. Whenever you feel like hurling from excessive cheesiness, ladies and gentlemen, the trash cans are located outside the exits. You have been warned. Class of 2014. Today, I want to focus on one thing. The thing that makes every teenager giddy, every parent swoon, every single child run in terror of cooties. That thing, my friends, is love. We all love to talk. Right now, we could sit around a bonfire off campus and talk about Mr. Moore and his infamous fetish for rules. Hey you, where's your ID? Young lady, you are not in dress code. We could talk about working with your buddy, partner, member, lover in physics, or how invincible the Mongols are in world history, or how even there are thieves among us in PE. And then there's, of course, the it that must not be named. The traumatic, horrible fire alarm disaster gone wrong when all the seniors were holed up at Boudreaux's, cold, wet, hungry, and barefooted in a case of a Kyle Wilson. Hey, Kyle, where are you, Kyle? Yeah, there you are, Kyle. There are 2 things you should learn from this. 1, being barefooted turns you into an instant hit celebrity. And 2, you should treasure those memories. Think of the love you have for the past, double it, then walk into the future. Now, I'm going to pull a Dumbledore and say that love is the most powerful force in the universe. No, I'm not telling you to hug every person or kiss the person sitting next to you. You are here because you pursued what you love most. To be honest, I wouldn't have gotten far without my once-in-a-lifetime mom, my dad, my little brother Louis, Aisha Badat, Sana Majid, other special friends, and yeah, including Pokemon. When I was 8, I wanted to create my own Pikachu, and that interest in life eventually led to me and my love of becoming a doctor. But many of us are still uncertain. How do you know what you love? What if you make the wrong choice? Everyone has regrets. Maybe you regret you didn't study enough, or tell that crush you liked them, or never ate SBI fried chicken. But by doing what you love, not what your parents, family, friends love, but what you love, you will have fewer regrets. Don't ask, what if? Just do it. So embrace the new by starting over. Go study your butt off. Tell that crush of yours you love him. And for the first time in forever, go to SBI. You'll know if you're going the right direction, if that decision makes you happy in the end. Everyone here is on the same page, whether your parents are going to be next door, breathing down your neck, or thousands of miles away. You will start off alone. No matter where you're going, you'll be alone, because only you can control your own life. Do what you love, and most importantly, pursue what makes you happy. Class of 2014, are you ready for the real world? Are you ready to shine? We can do it, and if you want to do it, there's no force in the world that can stop an 18-year-old army of love-stricken high school graduates. Together, my minions, we can take over the country, know the world, know the entire universe. Fine print. World domination is not a college major. Now let us give thanks to those who have supported us. Kudos to the orchestra and band who have replayed Pomp and Circumstance too many times to count. Will the amazing teachers, faculty, staff of Baton Rouge Magna High School please stand? Give them a round of applause. Now let us clap for our wonderful parents, whom we can never repay, whoa, what was that? For their kindness. For our parents, guys. As a very wise person, not Dumbledore, once said, "It is only with the heart one can see rightly." But please, do keep your eyes open and watch where you're going. Best of luck. class of 2014.
Our next valedictorian is Jenny Wong. Jenny also excelled as a leader and academically. She scored a 36 on the ACT and 5s on 7 AP exams. She is a presidential scholar semifinalist, an AP scholar with distinction, and a national merit finalist. Jenny has leadership roles in Mu Alpha Theta, Science Olympiad, and the Economics Club. She is extroverted, open-minded, silly, she says, and responsible. At the end of the day, she knows what has to be done. Jenny stated, "For someone who could not remember the crazy Baton Rouge High schedule until halfway through the sophomore year, I am slightly surprised and very happy to have made it this far." U Chicago, class of 2018, here she comes. She plans to study economics and win a Nobel Prize within the first 2 weeks of arriving on campus. She's going to invite everyone from Baton Rouge Magnet High School, by the way. Jenny is happy, and I know that her parents are as well. At this time, Mr. Lei and Fa Wei Wong, please stand. I present to you Jenny Wong.
Okay, we made it, you guys. I know that in the past few weeks I've heard the threat, "or else you won't walk at graduation," tacked on to at least a dozen cautionary statements. But those of you who made it, you made it. I guess it's good behavior, support, guidance from our teachers and parents, hard work, or even bribery. You did what you had to do, and now you're here. Think about that for just a moment. After the horrifyingly gritty years of middle school, there were the 2 years of wading through Lake Lee before coming back to the sparkling new castle on Government Street. You've spent 4 years drowning in homework quizzes and research papers, 4 years of going to dances and school concerts, 4 years of watching the Harsh brothers' facial hair come and go, and now, finally, our paths have converged to this auditorium tonight. I'm going to be pretty honest here and tell you that I'm terrified for a number of reasons. When I was first told that I was to give a speech in front of all my peers, the peers I've grown up with for the past 4 years, side by side, my mind drew a complete blank. Fear tends to do that. It's just prevalent, powerful, and often debilitating, but what we often don't realize is that it also serves as an opportunity. The first thing that comes to mind in regard to this topic is last summer, the summer before my senior year. Coach Antoine held conditioning for cross-country and track members 5 days a week for 2 hours every day. I will keep from you the more gory details of the deadly heat and the vicious laps, and many of you already know from experiencing it yourselves. But let me just tell you, those were the hardest and most dreaded 2 hours of my life every single day. I went back for some reason, probably less out of determination than pure fear of seeming weak for quitting. I was terrified. Before I walked out to that giant red track, I was scared. Scared because I was one of the slowest people out there. Scared because I don't possess an ounce of natural athleticism. Scared that I wouldn't improve despite my best efforts. I went to conditioning nearly every day, despite a mental block, cemented in my mind by the fear in my heart. I share this with you not to glorify myself in any way. In fact, I didn't even end up joining the team. But I share it to show you that simply facing the fear still helped me to where I am today. Sometimes denying the immediate reflex to run can be enough. I assume that every single person here knows what I'm talking about. Fear is something that strikes us at every turn in our lives. Freshman year, for example, is characterized almost entirely by various forms of terror, whether it was calculating the perfect time to show up at dances, or finding someone, anyone to sit next to at lunch, or maybe worrying about those monstrous biology tests that we never quite feel prepared for. But look at us now, 4 years later. We're all here today, sitting in our glorious white gowns, ready to move on past that fear. We were scared, but we overcame. And in the face of terror, the solution is simple. Simple, but not easy.
Be brave is what I tell you. It is easier said than done, of course, because it's so easy to shy away from things that seem unattainable or impossible. Fear is, after all, a primal and universal feeling that is associated with the most ancient parts of our brain. It is something that has always and will always plague humanity. But I urge you in complete earnestness, do not react, but to overcome. Don't be scared of the future. Don't let that send your brain into a panic or your blood pressure through the roof. I guess it's a little counterintuitive to stand here before you and try to address you all individually, but I want you to know that you are smart, you are strong, and you are courageous. All of you are so brave and so bright. I look up to you as performers, as artists, as scholars, and as human beings. I couldn't be prouder to be part of a class, and I am completely confident that you guys will manage to be happy and successful in the years to come. So remember, be brave and do good. And again, congratulations to the class of 2014.
Last but definitely not least, Lee Wong. Lee is a natural thinker. She unconsciously strokes her chin and sits in the style of the thinker. Unbelievably, Lee is not a total nerd, unbelievably. Her hobbies include writing, art, and tennis. During her 4 years, Lee has participated in Mu Alpha Theta, STEM Club, Science Bowl, French Club, and the tennis team. Her awards include first in the 2012 State Science Fair Engineering Division, first on the 2013 local USNCO exam, AP Scholar with Distinction, and Presidential Scholar candidate. This year, Lee became the overlord of Mu Alpha Theta, serving as the Baton Rouge Magnet High and state president. Next year, Lee will go to one of the strangest places she called on earth, Cambridge. She's going to study engineering at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. At this time, will Mr. Youngshung Wong and Yi Fong Bai please stand, the parents of Lee Wong. Thank you. At this time, I present to you Lee Wong.
Very strange. All right. Hey, can you hear me? Yes? Okay. So, good evening, parents, teachers, and class of 2014. For many of you, today is a turning point of your lives. For some of you, today is an ordinary day in which you just so happen to graduate high school. But for me, today is a day that I must stand before all of you and try to say something memorable and inspirational, and possibly bore you to tears. But you know, 4 years ago today, I had no idea I'd be standing before you and speaking to you like this. I had no idea what high school would be like, no idea I'd meet so many interesting people, and no idea I'd make so many wonderful friends. 4 years ago, I was your average quiet girl, soon to be an average quiet high schooler, and then an average quiet adult. I sat in the corner of the classroom, satisfied on my lonely island, with a banal life that awaited me. But why is that? Why do we, so young, decide who we are and who we will be? Well, the answer to that isn't so simple. In fact, it's inexplicably complex and different for everyone. But for me, it began with the inevitable planning of the abstract reality, simply dubbed the future. You see, as a graduating 8th grader, our class was forced to take one of those wonderful standardized tests that would very accurately predict what our future careers would be. A measly 60-question questionnaire was going to determine the rest of my life. So, on the day the results came out, I ripped open my envelope to find out what I'd pursue in the future. The very first occupation I saw was dry cleaner. Underneath that were suggested alternatives, such as window washer and the good old-fashioned drive-through operator. Back then, I thought, so this will be my life, and this is my limit. Now, 4 years later, I wash all of my clothes with water, I never properly cleaned a window, and I rarely ever visit a drive-through. I'm a walk-in type of gal. So I guess it just wasn't meant to be. Now, this sort of thing probably hasn't happened to most of you. In fact, many of you have long known what you will do in life and are currently set to achieve those dreams. But I bet you that everyone here has once set limitations for themselves. At one point or another, all of you have thought something along the lines of, I'm not good enough, or I'm not smart enough, or even, he's better than me, stronger than me, she's smarter than me, prettier than me, so why should I even try? For any Wicked fans out there, the witch Elphaba would certainly reply, because I'm through accepting limits, because someone says they're so. Some things I cannot change, but until I try, I'll never know. But for me, I'd rather ask, why not try? Why be confined to this banal existence and be chained to these shackles called preconceptions? Why live a life more boring than this speech? You see, class of 2014, these past 4 years at Baton Rouge High have taught me that life is more interesting, more fun, when you try to achieve what even you yourself believe to be impossible. Now, whoever has yet to fall asleep may be thinking, well, that's you. You can do lots of things, because you're the Val. Well, to you I say, each one of you here has the potential to shatter the shackles of preconceptions and break free from the clutches of doubt that bind you. Because you know what? You've made it to this day. You've survived the infinite struggle that is high school, and you've conquered the monster that is Baton Rouge High. What are these fears, these preconceptions, compared to all of this? As a good friend once told me, stop looking down, pick your head up, and walk with confidence. And to this I add, walk with confidence, because the life that awaits you is limitless. Lastly, I would like to thank all of the people who have made this day possible. To Baton Rouge High, Ms. McCann, Ms. Meeks, and all of the teachers who put up with us and still somehow managed to teach us. Thank you. To all the friends, families, moms, dads here today who have cared for us, watched us grow, and given us the potential to not only get here, but also go much further in life. Thank you. And finally, to the class of 2014, for all that you have shown me, for all that you have taught me, and for all of the unforgettable memories that you have given me. Thank you. Yay, now it's over.
Class of 2014, my last rule to you right now, you still belong to us for a few minutes. You need to follow dress code and put your robes inside your pants right now. Do it, just playing. Congratulations, class of 2014. And now for the moment you've been waiting for. Good evening. Good evening, parents, family members, friends, distinguished guests, and the Bulldog family. I am Louis L. Moore, assistant principal at Baton Rouge Magnet High School, where the legacy of excellence continues. Yes. It gives me great pleasure to recognize our honor graduates and graduates of the class, the legendary class of 2014. Stage, please stand. Lisa Cam, Valedictorian. Jenny Wang, Valedictorian. Lee Wang, Valedictorian. Edward H. Kai, Salutatorian. Again, Lisa Cam, Valedictorian. Wanted to repeat that. Frank Ho Lu, Salutatorian. David Lloyd Cleveland III, cum laude and senior class president. Rodriana Elise Edwards, summa cum laude and senior class vice president. Tayana Roquel Brackens, magna cum laude and senior class secretary. Daniel Russell Anton. Aisha Ahmed Badat. Sanjay Reddy Banda. Martiana Anjanae Beach. Madeline Nicole Bush. Caroline Kathleen Campbell and Performing Arts. Nicholas Conrad Cox. Lauren Camille Crawford and Performing Arts. Robert Gerard Deneau. Andy Ding. Tommy Doe. Lydia Nicole Finley and Performing Arts. Sydney Kathleen Gordon and Performing Arts. Alan Clifford Gert. Sydney Monet Hall and Performing Arts. Eric Canyon Han. Sky Marie Hart. Michael Richard Hughes. Phoenix Chin Huan. Tom Kaiser. Row 2, the summa cum laude graduates. Please stand. Emmeline May Kaiser. Sahar Fatima Khan. Van Tran Lee and Performing Arts. Jane Emerson Ledford, and Performing Arts. Karen Lau. Susan Yu Liu, and Performing Arts. Hongyang Liu. Wanying Liu, and Performing Arts. Justin Paul Major. Juana Jessica Mendoza. Anna E. Nestorova. Sydney Fontien Nguyen, and Performing Arts. Samantha Marie Rhodes. Dawn DeShayla Richard. Molly Ann Robeson, and Performing Arts. Sierra Runnels. Nicole Sarah Scalise, and Performing Arts. Chris Dongmin Shin. Johan Fabian Shirazi. Stephanie Lynette Singleton. Row 3, please stand, the summa cum laude graduates. Navindabir Singh Song. Roman Christian Spicer. Nicole Antoinette St. Amy. Leslie Helene St. Pierre. Adrian Lynn Stevens. Kyrie Deshaun Thomas. Tyne Truck Trend. Kiet Ding Trong, and Performing Arts. Leslie Elise Twiner, and Performing Arts. Michael Joseph Vagello. Stephanie Wong, and Performing Arts. Kyle Richard Wilson. Charles Scott Wu. Cypress Faith Wyman. Jerry Yee. Jeffrey Yu. Shuchi Jenny Zhang, and Performing Arts. Mackenzie Nicole Applin, magna graduate. Latanya Shanae Beverly, magna cum laude. Erin Francis Bourgeois, and Performing Arts, and magna cum laude. Row 4, please stand. Leopold Arnold Freelot III. Madison Nicole Fry, and Performing Arts. Stephanie Marie Guidry. Sarah Elizabeth EBR, and Performing Arts. Mariah Rebecca Kissinger. Danielle Lorraine Legate. Patrick Michael Mancuso. Madeline Dare Marva, and Performing Arts. Justin Trung Nguyen. Kaylin Carissa Snedecor. Kimberlyn Story. Rachel Ellen Street, and Performing Arts. Lindsay Morgan Tillery. Maya Angel Royal Wilson, and Performing Arts. Muhammad Fahad Yahya. The following are cum laude graduates: Brianna Danielle Adams, Destiny Denise Alexander, Elizabeth Jasmine Alexis, Mary Michael Andrews, and Performing Arts. Casey Jeanette Antunes. Row 5, please stand. Kiana Lachey Banks. Deshante Brianna Ben, and Performing Arts. Nicholas James Billmeyer, and Performing Arts. Micaiah Janae Briscoe. Ethan Ross Brouillet. Lucy Bowie. Alexis Justine Craven. Anthony Joseph Daigle and Performing Arts. Megan Lou Dang. Madison Suzanne Dana. Ujali Rajendra Desai. Victoria Ann Disadair. John Dennis, Victoria Ann Disadair, John Denise Dupree, and Performing Arts. Chloe Nicole Este, and Performing Arts. Misty Ifanuwili Ezejofo, and Performing Arts. Emil Alejandro Fonseca. Jocelyn Aubrey Forsman. Caroline Stewart Greer, and Performing Arts. Megan Nicole Guillory. Alexandria Nicole Henderson. Row 6, please stand. Jose Luis Hernandez. Gliana Nicole Hill. Valencia Lynette Hilliard, and Performing Arts. Lauren Ann Hurst. Laila Ann Hollins. Asiya Vladimirova Historova. Murphy Hayes Johnson. Molly Delaney Newcomb Jones. Uma Gulsum Kandara. Prashant Kundu. Hans Stewart Quito Lane. Tuyat Nak Twee Lee. Jalen Alyssa LeBlanc, and Performing Arts. David Mark Lehman Jr. Nicholas Paul Lindsay. Lance Chad Lott Jr. Haley Elizabeth Manent. Brittany Lachey Marshall, and Performing Arts. Azam Shweb Moji. Michaela Sharice Moore. All right. Row 7, please stand. The cum laude graduates. Mary Margaret Mullen, and Performing Arts. Christopher Hoynim Wynn. Tristan Sherelle Osby Jackson. Jacqueline Lucia Panul. Alexis Madeline Nicole Perrault, and Performing Arts. Jesus David Pineda. Oceana Regine Robertson. Caroline Jane Samuels, and Performing Arts. David Dewan Simmons, and Performing Arts. Skylar Terrain Sterling. Savannah Elaine Marie Thibodeau, and Performing Arts. Mary Grace Thurman. Fat Lee Tran. Bailey Scott Wilder, and Performing Arts. Brianna Ashanti Williams. Jeremil Dwayne Wilson. Tyshika Rochelle Woodleaf. Row 8, Performing Arts, please stand. Ibrahim Khalil Appleton. Lee DeVille Bergeron. Quentin Matthias Stelly Cavell. Catherine Janelle Coates. Emily Margaret Daigle. Infinity Ariel Eaglin. Jordan Marcus Fanan. Walker William Fleming. Kimberly Janae Grover. Terry LaShawn Howard. Brianna Shea Howater. Logan Martin Email. Kaya Nichelle Jackson. Zachary Alden Knopf. Mitzi Bisola Kogas. Sydney Sharice Mitchell. Zachary Pierre Norman. Ismail Sabia Sarah. Mary Starr Turner. Knock Jessica Vo. Madison Ruth White. Row 9, please stand. Niara Shanu Addison. Olalade Esther Adiola. Ashley Shantae Allen. Stephanie Del Carmen Alvarez. Nor Osama Amus. Jalen Ruth Anderson. Danielle Arthur. Sherwin Asaish. Brandon Deshaun Augustus. Joshua Matthew Augustus. William Joseph Bankhead. Cordelia Larissa Bell. Ashley Elaine Benoit. James Ellard Bergeron. Katie Janice Bernard. Kayla Jewel Berniard. Kiana Trinae Beverly. Janesha Miche Bonner. Furtus Boss III. Row 10, please stand. Taraka Sothiraja Brahma. Nicole Lauren Brightup. Ryan Scott Brown. Matthew Broussard. Joshua William Broussard. Kimberly Brown. Chelsea Brianna Brown. Cassidy Lynn Busey. Jessica Knock Trin Buey. Zaria Elaine Bunn. Nakisha LaJohn Carter. Trinity Lachey Carter. Alexis Virginia Champagne. Janicia Danielle Coleman. Jadisha Breon Coleman. Kiera Nicole Kohler. Tia Lachey Colston. Nigel Allen Copeland. Christian Carrill. Yadira Crespo Osgroso. Row 11, please stand. Sarah Ashley Colata. Sage Zoe Dalrymple. Janeka Jacole Dennis. Senabu Diak. Jordan Louise Domino. Kalia Danae Douglas. Austin Laurent Dubril. Brennan Daniel Dufresne. Kayla Rebecca Dunbar. Jasmine Monique Dunn. Matthew Akan Edaho. Timothy Layton Iglehart. Jordan S. Farrow. Tony Renee Fisher. Deshaun Luis Fontenot. Brielle Sharon Garner. Rama Rajendra Geisis. Stefan Renardo Gittens. Spencer Hamilton Goydell. Angela Denise Green. Row 12, please stand. Chloe Elise Gidry. Aiden Michael Harger. Mariah Donnell Hartford. Anicia Cherie Hayes. Clayton Jewel Head. Jacqueline Roseman Hills. Carlisle Hotchendale. Diamond Deshay Holiday. Kiara Amor Holiday. Kayla Gabrielle Hunt. Ebony Nicole Isbell. Jasmine Lynette Janice. Alicia Liara Johnson. Tiara Azuri Marie Johnson. Tatiana Monet Johnson. Courtney Elise Johnson. Teria Janae Jones. Brianna Maisha Jones. Sydney Lachey Jones. Trent Alexander Kador. Row 13, please stand. Neil Dyson LaBarbera. Caroline Lilia Lalumandier. Kirby Camille Lestraps. Sarah Victoria Love. Zoe Shay Vaughn Lovey. Callie Ray Loving. Bridget Elizabeth Laquette. Peter Michael McQueen. Evan Bernard Maguette. Joseph Christopher Mai. Saina Tahir Abdul Majid. Jared Major. John Ivanov Manoff. Jacob Thomas Marson. Jason Malik Martin. Sajada Rosique Mason. Taylor Lauren Matthew. Caitlin Jean Nukisala Maddox. Jefferson Orion McCloskey. Kelly Amber McFarland. Row 14, please stand. DeAngelis Camille McKnight. Elizabeth Joanne McWilliams. Stephen Nicholas Millender. Tony Christian Mitchell. Leslie Aaron Morgan. Rigel Griffin Morin. Angel Lynn Wynn. Keon An Wynn. Ibrahim E. Nofal. Rasan Malcolm Parker Jr. Brandell Jonathan Poss. Emmeline Louise Pennegy. Connor William Perryman. Dominique Michelle Phillips. Savannah Nicole Pousson. Ansel Tremaine Rankins Jr. Sierra Shakur Roberson. Kirsten Elise Robbins. Siklaying Alba Rocha Gonzalez. Erica Lisette Romero. Row 15, please stand. Gabrielle A. Saugers. Claire Marie Shriver. Courtney Deshay Solomon. Amber Nicole Souye. Latoria Deasia Spears. Taylor Monet Square. Kara Michelle St. Croix. DeJeliette Ariel Stevens. Myri Elise Stevenson. Jamesia Lachey Stewart. Brooke Amber Stykes. Sean William Stewart. Sarah Ruth Sublet. Shamika Ann Swazer. Amber Nicole Thomas. Jayona Nicole Travis. Kalea Jai Trippo. Daniel Carlin Turner. Kiara Deshay Washington. Joshua Andrew Washington. Row 16, please stand. The last row. Ask for the festival. After this, festival singers. Kasha Sharyetta Weir. Alice Ashay Welch. Taylor James Weatherford. Edwin O'Brien Winfield. Asia Natrice Williams. Tiara Rayshawn Williams. Tashay Cantrice Williams. India Charlize Williams. Brianna Lachey Williams. Danita Leanne Winfrey. Wesley Zachary Young. At this time, we need the festival singers to come on stage. Thank you.
Class of 2014, you may now turn your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations. And now time for the alma mater.
For Baton Rouge High, we raise our cry. For the school we all adore.
we please have a moment of silence for the benediction? Blessed be the tie that binds our hearts to Baton Rouge High. The fellowship of kindred minds will follow us far and nigh. And so the time has come for us to say goodbye to the place we've called home for the last 4 years, and the faces that we've called family for the last 4 years. As we move forward to the next phase of our life's development, we ask for continued caring thoughts, encouraging words, love, and guidance. We are grateful for blessings received and those to come. So now we must depart to go our separate ways, but we shall still be joined in hearts all through the coming days. Amen.